Today we want to celebrate that special person in our life. The person who's done our laundry. The person who's fixed our meals. The person who we love and sometimes hate in equal measure. But at the end of the day, she still goes by one name.
Mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my word.
Let's get ready to celebrate motherhood on the Loki and Jabroni Show.
And welcome again to the Loki and Jabroni Show. As always, my name is Loki.
I am Ralph Lipschitz III.
And we have special in-house guests for a little bit with us.
Dino.
Dino is in the house.
Dino is in the house. Dino is high in the house.
Dino did not bring tequila in the house, thankfully.
Hey,
There is
you,
none.
you be happy I didn't do something worse to you.
That's true.
All
I
right.
give you credit.
So, as the beginning has stated, we are celebrating Mother's Day here on the Loki and Jabroni Show. Now, that means all the mothers, the Mother Teresa's, the Mother Francis's,
Mother Angelica, who just died, she did that show on TV for 1,000 years.
and even Mommy Dearest,
What
the
about
bastard
Joan
mommies,
Crawford,
you know what I'm
yes.
saying?
We also need Mr. Mom because there are
Mr.
some of them
Mom,
out there.
there you
Mr.
go.
Moms.
No, because if
Oh,
that be the
come on.
case, then I'm celebrating Mama's Day and Father's Day. So,
As well you should.
So no, guys, I'm sorry. I'm calling it right now. You do not get to celebrate Mother's Day. Stop. You have a penis, okay? No, I don't care if.
Oh,
you're
wait a
Mr.
minute.
Mom.
I'll point back to last year when we did the Father's Day shout out, and we threw out the shout out to the mothers who did both jobs. Why not throw it out to the fathers who did the
Because
mother job?
I was still saying that. I'm sorry. They don't get to celebrate both days. They get one day. You're a mother. You get Mother's Day. I understand you might do both jobs.
If you're born with the gear and you've pushed out a child, you're a mother. That's it.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying.
That's what
I
I'm
like
saying.
it.
You celebrate Mother's Day.
I like
you
it.
Celebrate Mother's Day. You don't come around on Father's Day and go searching into fucking J.C. Penney for that fucking Father's Day sale and say, let me get that fucking sexy ass shirt over there, that nice blouse.
That's a nice little black dress. I
That
should
nice
get it.
Friday night black dress. Let me get that on Father's Day sale. Good luck getting
So the
that.
thing that makes
Sorry.
your mother is giving birth to your child. Is that what you're saying?
And the
What?
job that goes with it.
Yes,
that's
but
the
now
mother.
Now I'm not going to get literal because in science, a guy actually gave birth, carried his child to term.
Does he have a penis?
Yes, but he still carried.
So he's
his
a father.
child. He gave birth to his own kid.
So he's a father.
Did he fuck himself?
I got nothing.
See, this is why we're here.
This is why science. This is why you don't fuck with shit, man. This is why you don't fuck with shit. All
There
right?
are absolute truths, ladies.
All right. If we
Happy
had
Mother's Day.
had to break down that psychopath, let me put it this way. He can decide what he wants to celebrate. You're not getting both fucking holidays.
What do you think
greedy son
Caitlyn
of a
Jenner's
bitch.
doing tomorrow? That's my question. Is it Mother's Day or Father's Day
It's
for good old
Father's
Brucey?
Day. It's Father's Day.
Agreed.
It's Father's Day.
Agreed.
I don't give a fuck if he's wearing his shoulder pads and his little fucking his little dress on Sunday.
His Lee press-on boobs.
Dude, seriously, stop. No more, Caitlyn.
All right. No, see, I'm with you on that one.
It's over. We've
long-
lived through the Caitlyn era. A whole 4 months. You've had your glory. Get the fuck down, dude. All
Take
right?
your fucking show
We're
off the air.
we're celebrating real moms, and not even Kris Jenner either, because that fucking
I don't know.
that's a terrible mom.
Can
But
she
she's still a
actually-
mom. She's still a mom. We'll give her that. She's
Yes.
still a mom, but she's a horrible mom. So.
That bad, huh?
So before we get into this, we like to go through our normal twists. First of all, big shout out to everybody who showed up last Saturday.
Oh, what a great
we
time.
have an incredible amount of views for people that have actually gotten to see us live and
I was
rock
just
us
getting to that.
on YouTube. If you guys have not had a chance to check it out, go to our Facebook page. Check it out. Check out the link. The link is going to be there. It's going to be all set up. Watch it. Love it. Enjoy it. It's fantastic. We got some great
And
interviews.
it's in 2 parts. We have the full-on 97 minutes we did for the episode. We also have the wrestling event, which unfortunately you had to leave for.
Mhm.
I got to say, I'm impressed with Eddie. Eddie knew the holds. Eddie knew.
Eddie used to watch wrestling all the time with
That's
me.
what he said. He said, I'm from the Roddy Piper era. I was like,
Yeah.
I feel
Oh, fuck
comfortable
yeah,
now.
dude.
Let's
Fuck yeah.
rock and roll.
No. We used to See, back in the day in the projects, you would have, I grew up
Yeah.
in projects.
The projects. Which projects from where?
Right over here in Preston. Preston
That
Projects.
doesn't sound right. That's like saying I'm hard. I'm from Mystic.
Did I say I was hard? I said I grew up in the
No,
fucking
no, 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 no,
projects.
no.
I grew up.
Dino,
Okay,
Dino.
my bad. Since you got to
South
fucking put a
Central
goddamn
Preston.
title on it.
South Central Preston?
Since you got to put a title on it, I grew up in low income housing. Fucking, you're the whitest Puerto Rican I fucking know. I swear to God, dude. You gotta put a goddamn title on everything.
Oh, my
wait
God.
a minute. So
Hilarious.
since I grew up in low income project housing,
You see what
we
you've done here?
We used to do. We used to go down and watch the wrestling at one person's house. That's how we did it, man. That was not me. Do not look at me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and that's how wrestling would start. So, 1 week it would be at Paul Ponce's house. Next week it'd be at fucking Eddie Jacobs' house. Next week it'd be at my fucking house. You'd have the food there, but the bottom line is you'd watch some fucking pay-per-views as a big fucking group.
Oh, yeah.
Much like we did here the other day on
Mhm.
WrestleMania. It's old school, and that's
And
and like I said, going back to the moms, guess what mom was doing while we were fucking
cooking
screaming
the
like
grub up and
cooking
bringing
the
Mountain
fucking
Dews
grub,
and stuff.
bringing that fucking thing, asking if you guys want our refills, exactly, being that, and it didn't matter what house you were fucking in. Every mom treated you the exact same way. They
Absolutely.
were fucking great moms.
Not only did
we
they,
called all of them mom when we were at that person's house.
oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Mom 1, mom 2,
and
mom
not
3.
only did they treat you like you were their own kid. Nice, here's some Mountain Dew, here's some Doritos. You're watching the show. I remember getting in trouble at the top of my neighborhood. I lived on a sloping hill, and I got smacked by 6 different moms before I even got home, and they already knew what I did, and all these moms knew. I heard what you did, and I get smacked behind the head. I get walked through the door, and I just looked at my mom. I'm like, I've already taken the beating. Just deal out the punishment. It's that simple.
No, it's back in the day.
As of this recording right now, the actual wrestling footage has 2,196 engagements on Facebook. Easily our largest engagement on Facebook.
And like I was getting to, Eddie did, and I did. I got to actually watch back and see, see it and stuff like that. And it was really Ed's been around. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the reasons why, like, when we are kind of breaking down what we consider is going to be, the focus Frontline Entertainment, however we're going to break it down, going from Viking onwards.
Yep.
The Loki and Jabroni show staying here. We're going to spread out. We're going to spread, you know what I'm saying? And there's no better way to do this than with him. And it's with the knowledge,
without
you know
question.
what I'm saying? So what we're essentially establishing here is a front line for what's going forward. And like we said, these events, the cancer event that we got a part of, the names that we got out there, you know what I'm saying? Just the people that got interested in it. We got to thank everybody, like I said, because, man, what a great event, number one. Number two, I mean, you couldn't have met any more realer people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, without question. From Sandy to the Rollins family.
Right.
To
every one of the wrestlers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They were like down to earth. They were just, it was perfect.
And I have no problem saying there's a reason we didn't bring chubby Paul Heyman over to the table.
No, I know. He
we
wanted it.
We call you. You
no,
don't call us.
No, he wanted it. He wanted the
So can I
interview.
be on your podcast?
No.
Is it okay if I be on your podcast?
No.
I'd like to come over and be on your podcast.
No, not happening. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry,
not
buddy.
happening. We wanted you at one point for the shock factor, but then you just wanted it too bad. So
I got a funny story for you before we get into sponsors and thanking the people. So we have to go to Benny's like 3 times this week. This week has been hell week for Jabroni. Guys, you've seen the pictures. You've heard the rants. It's been hell week. I'm going to tell you a funny story. So we have to go to Benny's. We have to get little clip-on Klieg lights for the Immortal who's throwing her garage sale today and tomorrow. So if you're listening to this tomorrow, you got shit to do from 9 to 3. Go buy some of our shit because we need the money. And we walk into Benny's, and what's the first thing we see on the rack? That pink T-shirt you might have seen in the pictures that Homo Hacksaw was wearing that says, Benny's is my favorite store. I almost fell on the ground, pissed myself laughing.
Yeah, you had a yellow and a green one.
Yep. Traveling through the store, just pissing myself laughing, like, I got to go back. I got a picture with that T-shirt. That's the greatest T-shirt of all time.
That's so awesome.
And Eddie and I took a picture with Homo Hacksaw. So
I saw that.
if you're listening, Homo Hacksaw, you got to work on your T-shirt choices. That whole day was incredible.
No, dude, like I said, you couldn't have been. I mean, if you missed out, I'm sorry. Because we pushed that shit for like 3 weeks straight. We told you guys it was coming. It it was awesome. The showing, what it stood for, the emotions. I mean, we were laughing, we were crying. It was up and down. It really was. It was up and down. So guys, do yourself a favor. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, go to our Facebook page, look at the link, watch both of them. It's worth it. It's so worth it.
And when the link takes you to our official YouTube channel, hit that thumbs up button. It only does good. It spreads the word. Thank yous to Colors for a Cause, Rhode Island. Thank you to Veterans Pro Wrestling. Thank you to the Elks Hall. Although I will say, Elks Hall, your beer is overpriced, but your mixed drinks are fantastic.
Yeah, the mixed drinks are insane, and
the Crown and Coke was a Crown and Crown.
And let me just say this: when it takes people almost roughly about 2 hours to put a ring together, do not expect them to have the ring down in an hour.
Dude, did you truth?
No, they had it down that fast, but you see how I heard a lot of like they were fucking giving them hell behind the fucking the lines.
We got to have this building empty by X.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
You know, it took 2.5 hours to build. Yes, tearing something down is exponentially quicker than when you put it up, but at the same time, these guys, what do we see, like 8 to 10 guys putting it up?
Mm-hmm.
They had 15 to 20 taking it down.
Yeah,
just so they could beat deadline.
That's awesome.
That's dedication.
That's called teamwork. That's at the end of the day, man. It really does. It boils down.
Great
to
to
that.
see
That's fucking awesome.
Chris Anino. It was great to see Ian Cunningham. It was great to see Chris Kingsborough, who I didn't expect to be there, who was one of our very first listeners, and now he's training to be a pro wrestler for VPW, and he wants us there in, I think he said December, when he's going to be ring ready. So I'm going to be there cheering my ass off.
Absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to it.
What do you have on your mind before I get into promo business?
Okay, so real quick, I just got to say,
nothing's ever real quick.
No, I know. I know it really isn't. I do, as we're going into this Mother's Day thing, I do got to give a shout out to a lot of the real moms, as we like to put it. The real moms that bust their ass behind the lines, regardless of what's going on and what they're going through. You know, they've been there for the kids straight up. They're not one of those ones that want to, you know, like who's that Kelly Bernie from fucking Florida that decided to chop up fucking four of her kids.
I read that story.
Yeah. Not like those. We're talking about the real fucking moms. We're
not talking about Andrea Yates or Susan Smith. Those guys. We're talking about the real, honest-to-goodness moms.
That actually give a crap about their parents, right? Ladies.
Or their children.
Ladies, and like I said, we were brought into this world the same way as everybody else. Everybody has a mother.
Kicking, screaming, covered in blood.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. And that first person that held you, that first person that comforted you into this world, that's exactly. That's your fucking mom. So big shout out to anybody that has done it, and a huger shout out to anyone who's stuck with it.
Thank you.
Eventually,
Thank you,
I
Mom.
gotta.
Amen. Thank you, Mom. No matter what happens. Now comes the part where I say thank you for listening to this week's episode, and we especially thank you if you have subscribed to the show. By subscribing to the show each and every week, it's automatically downloaded to whatever device you listen to us on. No fuss, no muss, no hassle, and no horse shit. By liking the show and subscribing and also leaving a review on iTunes, get it done. Not only does Sully the Scully get a new home, but we move up the charts, and it makes it easier for us to bring you the best on-demand entertainment that you can find anywhere for the grand total of free. How do you feel about free?
I feel wonderful about free. It's nothing better than free anything.
I think free is awesome. Also, like the Facebook page. As we've said, you get updates, awesome videos. You get drunken rants. You get stupid things that I do during the week while Mike's at work, and he can't stop me from doing it.
I wouldn't anyways.
I know.
I think I'm actually encourage you on that one.
I know, and that's awesome. And we have to throw a huge
You're an
shout
enabler,
out.
Aren't you?
Say again?
Aren't you an enabler?
I'm very much an enabler.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. I'm on his side helping.
He's my codependent.
So 2 for 1. That's just great.
A 2-for-1 special.
Now let's throw out huge thanks real quick to the best sponsor ever. That's Sublime Ink Tattoos, 577 Route 12 in Groton, Connecticut. Your phone number is 860-445-4200. Go down and get some quality ink. You got that itch for ink? You got scratch in your pocket? Go down and see my man Falcon Dave Kovalik. Go down and see the wonderful and talented Batgirl Dana Batts.
I'm Batman.
Go down and see the not-so-furry Justin Fur. Or if you're feeling saucy, you can go see
Dave the Nightmare Crew.
Sugar.
Tell them the Loki and Jabroni show sent you. Maybe they'll cut your discount. We're still trying to get that butt rub in there for you guys. I know Eddie's wanting to go down and get a tattoo and get the butt rub.
I'll tell you what. If I was Sublime Inc., and that's just me, is I would offer that free butt rub, and as soon as they fucking lay down and bear it, get a nice wet rat tail, whack, and watch them get up.
Old school gym class style. I love it.
Just saying.
That's a beautiful thing right there.
So no, guys, like Jabroni just said, Sully the Scully is right up here, and I'm telling you, I'm losing my mind, man, because one of these days I'm gonna drink too much the night before, and I'm gonna break that thing open and start making fucking Bloody Marys.
And chances are he's gonna fill it with water and send it to one of you guys, and you're gonna think
I'm gonna shatter it. I'm gonna spike that shit like Gronk, and I'm gonna cry about it later because I gotta fucking clean it up. But no, I will. I'm not even playing. Like if we don't get, I'm calling it right now, man. On this episode,
okay,
I'm calling it. By the next, you know what's fucked up,
which could be a 3-4 week window. Yeah,
right. By the next, you know what's fucked up. If I don't see at least, and I'm saying at least 8 new reviews
on iTunes,
something drastic's going to happen to Sully.
I fear for this, guys, because I know he's serious.
I can't be held accountable.
I know he's serious.
That scratch came out of my pocket to pay for Sully,
did.
And I'll tell you what.
I'm new to the show, so what's the Scully?
Bring it down. We'll show you real quick.
You.
Sully the Scully is a bottle of Crystal Head vodka.
Okay, so that thing I'm looking at right there.
Yep, it's Dan Aykroyd's brand. It's filtered through diamonds.
Is it gluten free or something?
It is.
Like that?
It could be. I don't know. I'm not a big gluten free. I don't give a shit. It's gotta be Dan Aykroyd. So. Also on this is the autograph of every member of Shaman's Harvest and certain guests that we've had the privilege of having sign it, as well as Loki and I in different spots. Yeah, you see what he just said? Yeah, that's awesome. First time seeing it, he says that's awesome.
Even in memory of
Eric Rollins, his sister signed it in Eric's memory. So even more special to have Eric's sister sign it in Eric's honor.
Okay, so
she's not ripe enough to drink alcohol yet, so.
And there's a contest, I would assume?
Yep. When we get enough reviews, we put all the names in the hat.
And up until now, Rick has been diligently protecting Sully.
Yes, he has.
He's been up there, and he's willing to shoot me in the face. But I'll tell you what, Rick, I know what happens in comic books, buddy. All right? I can make that shit happen earlier.
He'll make you go away.
All right?
He'll make you go away. Who's the one that lost the eye? I don't follow that show.
That's his son, Carl.
Carl, okay. That's right.
They actually did a really fucking job, a good job with that, man.
I don't watch the show.
In the comics, right? He's sitting there, and all this crazy shit's going on, and all these fucking gunfire's going on, and all of a sudden you just see one fucking. It's like one caption, and it says ... Dad with a question mark, and this fucking kid turns around. There's a hole in the side of his fucking head. And you're seeing right through it, and there's a zombie fucking behind him. You know what I'm saying?
So that makes that joke make sense. What's the difference?
Walking Dead.
Yeah,
exactly.
That now that internet joke makes sense. The difference between Carl Grimes and Rick Grimes is that Rick Grimes has 2 eyes. I get it now.
There you go.
I get it now.
There you go.
Not just in spelling, in actual. See, Dino's laughing.
Exactly, it is fucking awesome. So so in the actual show, it just happened.
Weeks ago we talked about it.
And if I'm not joking, like I brought it up then, and I'll bring it up again. Like to the T, the comic. It was okay. It was incredible. It really was. It was incredible.
That's awesome. Well, it is.
That's kind of like dark humor at its best.
Oh yeah.
I think that's just
dark humor is the best because only the smartest understand it, and the rest of the people go, "This isn't funny at all." How do you not find the Kick-Ass movies, dark comedy? I piss myself laughing. How can you watch this? It's just violent crap. You're an idiot. Sorry.
Dude, it's like fucking like heavy metal.
Yes, very much like heavy metal.
The
first time I watched
somebody
it,
fucking walks in on you and they're like, "You're watching cartoon porn?"
No.
Well,
I'm watching a very black
now
comedy
I am,
now. Or okay.
If they would pick their heads up and stop watching the mainstream shit, they might see that there's another subculture of movies out there.
Yep.
Like the cult classics. We got Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness is amazing.
That's kind of.
Oh man.
They actually got a Netflix now coming out.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's fucking Ash versus the Army of Darkness.
All right, I've seen that. I've seen that being bubbled.
Yeah. Walking Dead has taken off, and I'll tell you what, as much as people will dog on it, I've read the comics. The comics are fucking phenomenal, and they've they've done a good job.
I can't do it.
They've done a good job following it.
I can't do it. I just don't see the.
I tried it. And I watched the finale of season 1 and the opening of season 2. And I don't want to say it's 2 hours of my life I'll never get back because they were enjoyable. But to me, I'm not big into the whole zombie subculture and
that's
things.
exactly how I feel about it.
But I'll watch Kennedy documentaries 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'll watch, I watched 4 documentaries the other day in one day just about the Cuban Missile Crisis. Those things, that to me is entertainment. You're learning, but you're entertained.
Exactly. The zombie is a hypothetical if the nuclear holocaust or whatever.
Yeah, but you're missing the whole Rick Grimes at the end of season 1 in the comics, and I think he even did it in the show. He said one sentence, and it signifies The Walking Dead. These guys pointing out to the zombies aren't The Walking Dead.
We're
The Walking Dead. And that's what that show is all about. Dude, I mean, you sit there and you go through, like, you really got to go with it because there's, like, this one character, Tyrese, that's in the beginning and, obviously his fate, you go through. When you get semi-attached to these characters, and I'll tell you what, much like you do in a book, a comic book will do, if you have a fantastic writer and if you have a fantastic artist, you don't need an hour's worth of show, dude. In an hour, I could tear through like fucking 10 episodes, 10 issues of a fucking comic.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like, and they get as much part of it. This is what this show, and I do got to say that the show does a good job of making these characters likable. The show does a great job of making you worry for some of these characters. At this point, do you think that fucking Rick Grimes is just going to be offed?
No.
Exactly.
The question.
So everybody dying, it's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? Because there are certain people, and let's be honest, Carl's been fucked up, man. Carl's been shot. Carl's got his fucking eye taken off. Carl's almost got fucking bitten by numerous fucking zombies.
Still rolling.
That's what I'm saying. Carl has been involved in more shit than his fucking old man has. I mean, don't forget, when he was 7 years old, he shot fucking his old man's best friend because his old man's best friend was going to kill him.
Is Carl that little kid with a big-ass country hat now?
Yeah.
Wow. Does that tell you how far I've been out of the show? I watched like the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, that's when he's young. Now he's like fucking teenager. He's starting to fucking.
I'll ask this question because you guys have seen The Walking Dead. You've read the comics, Loki, and is this like any other show where you get that emotionally attached to say one character? Because I had friends that did the Sons of Anarchy bit. Breathe with me here.
Yes.
I know friends that did the Sons of Anarchy bit. I had friends that did way back in the day, Days of Our Lives and all that mess. And when your favorite character dies, everything goes away and you kind of lose interest. Is this one of those shows where you are so in love with Stefano DiMera or Carl Grimes or somebody, and if that character dies, you're out?
I hope not. I hope people are seeing past that one character. You know what I'm saying? Because it really is. It's not just about that one character. Some people come in into the episode and say they're just like one issue, but they make such a huge impact.
Yeah, I really don't have enough information on the subject to actually make a cohesive argument.
Well, it's not just what he's also saying is there. Let's say like what freaking much like he said, like a soap opera or an issue like that. If you lose that one special character, will you stop watching the show?
Oh, in general?
Would you stop? Yeah,
God,
exactly.
no.
Is
so
there
much
enough?
more going on
But that
beyond
really goes toward like what we said, the writer and how the writer portrays it and how everything goes out. If it's not interesting enough, you will lose fucking touch, and you will be like, oh, hey, the whole reason why I watched this show was because of this guy. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's dead, what's the whole reason for me to freaking stick around? Now that I'm going to stick around, boom. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I get it. You lost your favorite character, but I wouldn't stop watching the show just because mine
Right,
died.
because exactly. You're looking at the long-term effect of the
The
show.
entertainment
Exactly.
and also the entertainment.
Exactly.
Here goes a childish example, Naruto.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
This kid started off 10
That
years
Japanese
ago.
fucking 10
years ago, he's almost an adult, and he's learned life experiences.
Mhm. Yeah.
Major characters have come and gone, but the story still continues.
Exactly.
You
No,
know,
that's a good point. Yeah, that's actually a good show.
Fucking bullshit!
Well,
It's not bullshit.
hey, look, Sheiky said that, not me.
That's Sheik. Just Sheik being sour.
That's she.
all
Don't
right.
be sour.
Don't be sour.
I gotta get that on the soundboard.
Don't be sour.
Eat your bootios. So speaking of bootios, who's got better booties than women? Nobody.
I hope
and we're here to
not.
talk about moms.
I hope not. We're not talking about moms in that way.
Not
though.
moms' booties, no, but it's
Some other people's moms, maybe.
It's a fantastic lead-in. Tell me, as easy as you can, we'll go around. Tell me about your mom.
My mom, everybody knows my freaking mom. You know what's funny is the other day on Facebook, I posted that fucking Justin Bieber line.
Mm-hmm.
My mama don't like you, and she likes everyone.
I saw that.
And I'll tell you what, I posted that for one reason, because it's the goddamn truth. I don't think my mama hates anybody in this fucking world. She is that. She's that awesome. She's that naive. She's that flighty. You know what I'm saying? She's old school.
Are those good things to say about your mom on an open broadcast?
Yes, it is. It is.
might have
I've
to
told my
talk
mom.
you up
I've
to
told
her
my
house
no. I've
later.
told my mom a million times. She's the best mom in the world because that's exactly. She's never lost her innocence. You know what I'm saying? No matter how fucked up this world is, my mom will still fucking smile and say, whatever. Let's make a pie. You know what I'm saying? Or that's my or let's just cook some dinner and fucking that's my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So Julie, let's eat.
no, she's not a big eater thing, but she's more about like, let's just take our minds, set it somewhere else. You start talking about shit while you're cooking. You know what I'm saying? Because you got time.
Yep.
So shit gets broken free. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it was a new spin on how to do things. So it's funny because like I do that now while I'm cooking. I do a lot of my talking. You know what I'm saying? So
Great time to do it, too.
My mom is more like Medea before Medea.
Wow.
No, because my mom's. I'm 6'3". Okay, 6'3" and 200.
6'5" with the
my
fro.
mom's like 5'2".
Yeah, my mom's 4'8". Okay, little itty bitty.
So wait a minute,
Puerto
little
Rican.
itty bitty mom gave us big old Dino.
Yeah, I wasn't always this big.
All right,
Anyways,
that happened last
and
week.
she'll look at. I brought over a girlfriend one day. She just looked at her and said,
Superhero
I don't like
serum.
You. My mom told the girl, I don't like you. The girl said, excuse me, yeah, I don't like you. You heard me. I lost a girlfriend that day. That's her.
That's yeah.
But you know what? If I go there, Mom, I have a boo-boo. Will you kiss it? She go, yes, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost 40 years old. So once again, thank you.
No, that's mama.
Yeah.
That's mama.
I give.
Sorry for the rant.
I give. Yeah, I'm saving my rant for later too. I give my mom tremendous amount of credit. Wife of a cop, never knew. You know, we've talked about that before. Never knew if the husband's coming home in a bag or in his car.
And let me just say real quick, because I don't know if a lot of people realize, like, yes, it's Norwich. You know what I'm saying? But Norwich also had a certain section
Oh yeah.
that was very, very dangerous. And not just a street, not just a block.
No, that
you know
whole
what I'm saying?
that whole
There was a
section of town.
whole section of town that you would not be caught driving your car through at 2:00 in the morning.
Look, every town has crime. Every town has murder. You show me a town without crime, and I'll lick your butt in the middle of rush hour in Times Square, because every town has something, their own little hidden secret. And it was a dangerous job. My dad, broke his hand a couple times wrestling a perp and getting him to the ground and whatnot. So yeah, there's danger in the job, even in small little Norwich, Connecticut. But there were times where she was mom and dad. There were times she's a peacekeeper, a boo-boo kisser, an advice giver. And in the early days, I will bring this up to, say, my 30s, like right at the beginning of 30, that role never changed. You knew you got a problem, or at least for me, I knew you got a problem. There's one person that's going to listen without prejudice and understand without judging. That's mom.
Mhm.
That was my mom. And, I give her tremendous amounts of credit for my upbringing. I did stupid things that probably brought shame upon the house, but at the same time, those were my decisions. Those aren't indicative of the things that my mother taught
Kids,
me.
well, excuse me. The biggest thing is a lot of people want to blame parents, obviously, for the uprisings for kids. People, don't be that ignorant. And I'm gonna call you out on this right now. Don't be that foolish that you're gonna actually make a statement like that, not believing that you've never done something stupid in your own life.
Exactly.
Not to sit there and say to yourself that you weren't out there with a bunch of friends one night, you had a little too much to drink, and you decided to hop in Old Man Johnson's pool at fucking 1:00 in the morning. And
All right. See, this is the
Many
part
times, many times.
yeah,
Many
and this is the
times.
part where I have to stop you, because until everybody earns their bullshit filter at some particular age in their life, and I think mine came in my teenage years, because when you're 8, you believe everything your parents tell you.
Absolutely.
I never smoked a cigarette when I was a kid. as they're smoking a fucking cigarette
Right,
in front of you. I never drank liquor with my friends. I never kissed a boy in the back of a car. And eventually you realize, well, wait a minute. There's a bullshit to that.
Yeah, exactly.
And once you break through that bullshit barrier, with some parents, it gets a little easier when you can call them on their bullshit and they go, you know what? Yeah, I was totally full of shit right there. And just like Nick Simmons did 3 months ago, called his dad out on CNN.com.
Yeah.
My father is full of shit, and so are you. And we all know it. I know now. There are lies I tell to my daughter. Innocent little white lies. Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and all that bullshit. And eventually, she's going to figure it out. And the bullshit barrier's broken.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then there's a trust issue for a little while there.
Mine's still there.
I
For those same reasons. I should have been a fucking lawyer.
There's things in this life that, you know, your parents set you up for, your parents prepare you for, but there's things in this life that you have to experience, and then there's things that you have to be protected from.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? The world isn't getting any easier or any prettier.
And the kids aren't getting any stronger.
No, they're not.
No.
Not these
Oh, God,
kids
no.
today in
Oh, God, no.
2016. Amen to that.
Real quick, since we're on this whole, parents raising the thing, they're talking now. They're going to raise the, accessibility to 21. 21 years of old, you're going to be considered an adult. Not 18 anymore. It's 21. I think this is going into effect in Connecticut within the next
legal on paper.
Right,
adult.
exactly, right. Legal on paper adult. 21 years old. This is this thing that they're saying. Your brains are not mentally adapt yet. They're not ready. You are still absorbing all this information. You haven't, quote unquote, matured.
I agree and I disagree at the same
I
time.
call bullshit.
I'll tell you why.
No,
I'll tell you why.
Go ahead, Dino.
Go ahead. You're calling
I call
bullshit.
because it all depends on the environment being brought up on. Sometimes you're forced to go through changes in life that you have no control over, which makes you mature quicker. So to say somebody's not ready at the age of 18 is ignorant because that's just your own opinion. You haven't lived their life. You haven't walked their mile in their shoes.
And just to counteract what you just said, 40-year-olds are still living in their mom's basements.
And they're immature.
And they're juvenile. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's just like you said.
And that was where I was going to disagree. It's a singularity thing. I knew kids, and I say kids, at 16 who were far more mature than some 40-year-olds I knew. And there are 50-year-olds that I know now that are far less mature than an 18-year-old. My problem with this is twofold. You're telling me that in the state of Connecticut, the legal line is going to be 21 to be recognized as an adult. But you can still walk down to your local recruiter at 17 and join the Army, which is now this. If this comes into effect all over the country, okay, that's horseshit. Now we're sending children to war. We're going back to the Crusades.
Yes,
we're going back to the 12th century now.
Right.
You can't have it both ways, state of Connecticut. You can't have it both ways, Governor Malloy. Either they're an adult at 18 and you cut that limit also with military recruitment, or you leave it at 18 and make it a singular person-by-person issue. Because granted, when you were 18, I think you and I both joined when we were 18. Okay?
Yes. Yep.
We both did what we did, and it was fantastic and what have you. But there were 18-year-olds that were coming up in my graduating class that I didn't think had a big future at Taco Bell. But eventually they got their shit together, and they made good of themselves. But we were ready. How is the state going to say to Mike Smith, if you were turning 18 this year in 2016, you're not an adult. You can't go out and get your own place. You can't go out and buy your own car. You can't go out and work a full-time job. Why is it the government's job to say that? It's an individual.
Legally, that means you couldn't have a credit card.
Exactly.
You couldn't sign anything with a legal documented.
And believe me, there are still people.
Yeah, a contract.
There are still people today in 2016 who are marking their calendars. My kid turns 18 in 2019. I can't wait for them to turn 18 and get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
How are you going to – you can't legislate that. You cannot legislate
now
somebody's
you can't
maturity.
till 21.
And that's and let's go back to our original point here is that
and
we're
this
talking
is the
about
fucked
moms.
up part. Listen
ahead.
to this. Let me throw this in your face. Now, say you do get your kid out at 18, right? And he even if he does decide to go out at 18, Number one, he can't legally go into a contract.
He can't sign a lease.
He can't sign a lease. Exactly. You would have to sign that lease. Number one. That's a bit,
and that makes you financially and morally responsible once again for your child, and it's
exactly.
bullshit.
Exactly. So if that kid fucks up, which he will,
it's coming out of your wallet.
If he doesn't pay his rent for 3 months and gets evicted, which he will because he's gonna be partying. Let's face it, he's fucking 18
You ain't getting
years
that
old.
security deposit.
You are
back.
not getting that deposit back, and you are getting fucked over, and you're responsible for this. So I'm flabbergasted. I'm just. To be honest with you, just like as I call bullshit. I think at 18, I'm sorry, we did it. There's people out there that haven't done it.
Mm-hmm.
They're terrible at it. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of us that went through what we went through.
Yeah, of course. But here, just to change topic, if my kid is 18 and he's working, yeah, stay at home. You're kicking in the house, yeah.
Going to
fine,
school,
stay home. Going to school,
stay in the
home.
basement.
Yeah, that's fine. If you
Contribute.
if you contribute,
Oh,
stay
without
at home.
question.
I got you covered.
Mow the lawn. Do
But if
something to
you're-
contribute to the
Right.
well-being
I
of
don't
the house.
want your money. Exactly. You want those snacks? You pay for those. fucking snacks.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
want
saying?
those new pair of sneakers? Fine. I got your food. I got your rent.
Exactly.
I got your clothes and
the
stuff. That's all on
electricity
you.
and all that other stuff. Absolutely, I'll take care of that.
as long
The
as you're being
special shit that
productive.
you want, and you got a fucking job, you getting that
You
shit.
want concert tickets?
and the rest
Buy
of
them
that, right?
yourself.
And that rest of that
Right.
shit you saving. You putting in a savings account, and you ain't
Oh,
spending
yeah.
it on stupid shit. First thing you're getting is your own damn fucking vehicle. The next thing you're getting is a goddamn down payment for your next.
You want the
fucking apartment 'cause you
fantastic
are
pot
getting-
roast dinner? We'll give you that.
You want a
the
car?
Kiss tickets? Buy them yourself.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe even just maybe, if you're working and you want a car, save up half. I'll match you.
Exactly.
You know, you're being productive.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
If you're
That's
just sitting in the basement smoking weed, but you thumb up your ass.
Okay,
eating Twinkies,
now
you
I
gotta
have to
go.
stop because here in 2016, and I say it often, the world has changed for the worse, where kids will walk up, my kid especially, and I will say my soon-to-be stepdaughter, the same thing. Dad, I want. Chris, I want. Well, what do you have? Well, I have $8 at home. Well, $8 at home isn't going to do me a fuck bit of good here at Walmart. Let's do this. I'll buy it, and you give me half when we get home. Never mind. They expect. Kids today expect. It's an entitlement now. And mothers now
Nope.
have a
And
harder
that's-
job than they did 30 years ago
You know
when
what's
we
funny
were coming up.
is Chris just needs to say no.
Oh, that's the first thing out of my mouth until they say, well, I have money at home. Okay, let's negotiate. I'm getting some of my money
You're gonna
back.
say
Right there.
no.
I'm going to fill my pocket with your
And
money.
right there, he's calling bullshit.
No, but that's my point. Just keep doing it. You're doing the greatest job ever, dude. You're never giving
trying.
in. You're never giving in. And
But
that's
it's the,
how you gotta keep
the
it up.
problem I have is it goes, and Nathan can go to grandparents. We'll get back to mothers in a second. Believe me, we will because we love y'all.
No, but
it
this
goes
goes right
to,
back towards it. It's
it goes to entitlement. The mom says no. What do? They run to grandma. They run to grandpa. And oh yes, we'll do it. And they don't give a shit that you said no. And it starts a war. And it starts a war that unfortunately, the person that did wrong by acquiescing these child's demands and just giving them because, oh, they're my grandchild, they deserve that. Fuck no, they don't.
No.
The parent said no. I can look back to my childhood where I wanted some stupid gimmickry or whatever, and my mom and dad said no. Well, I already knew in my mind. The wheel's rolling. Well, next week I'm going to Grandma and Grandpa's house, and all I have to do is mention slightly that I'm even a bit interested in that. I don't want to tell them I want it because the red flag goes out. That looks cool. I wish I had something like that. The word wish and ding, and my grandfather digs out the wallet and pays for it, and I come home with this new gimmick, and where'd you get that?
Cursed out.
Yeah, my mom be like, where'd you get that? Oh, Grandpa bought it for me.
yeah.
Oh, really? Let me get on the phone and talk to your grandfather. Somehow the rules change.
Yeah.
And now they're the grandparents, and the grandparents are basically giving the kid the world without having to earn it. If there's one thing I give my grandfather credit for is he gave me a sense of earning and belonging. He says, I'll get you anything you want, but then you're going to do something for me.
Absolutely.
And
No, absolutely.
it was give and take. Kids today don't have that. I don't blame the mothers. I blame the school system. I blame society. I blame the newspapers. I blame the media. If your mommy spanks you, go to your counselor and tell them how you feel. Well, the next thing, DCF's at your door. Why'd you spank your kid? I've seen it happen. It happened to a friend of mine.
Motherfucker, talk back.
Dude,
And I'll tell you what, if you don't get off my property, I'm gonna spank your ass too.
That's right.
I got my ass kicked, and you know what? Thank you.
Yeah.
No, exactly, and that's my point. Is yes, my mom was small, but you know what? My mom dealt out the punishment the same fucking
My
time.
mom was small.
My
was
mom
small.
was dad and mom, but she only celebrated Mom's Day.
Good for her.
All right. See,
Good
that's
for her.
my point. But she beat my ass if I got out. You know, listen, there's a
If
lot.
we
There's
deserved
a
it,
lot of
we took
parents.
it.
There's a lot
Thank
of parents
you.
that grew up right. There's a lot of parents that grew up in that area, in the low income housing.
You're on
Are
point.
you proud about that?
You're on
I
point
am,
now,
I am,
Dino.
I am.
All right, man.
I am.
He's calling you out.
There's that, you know, that would, Mike's mom let him stay out till midnight on a school night. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I was at home every night sleeping. 9 times out of 10, I didn't even go to midnight. 10:30, you know, max. On a night where I would have like a conversation down, we're shooting hoops or whatever, and I stayed out a little late. Yeah, sometimes I stayed to like 11:30 or some stupid shit like that.
But that's because you earned it, though.
Right.
Right.
As soon as I got off the bus, my homework was done. You know what I'm saying? Like shit was already done. My mom knew that. You know, so there was things that, yes, my mom worked 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that went on behind closed doors that a lot of people don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So for me to earn what I earned, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was.
And back then, they were more quick to judge.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. And that's.
If they saw Mike Smith out on the street at 10 o'clock, they were quick to judge. Nowadays, they're even quicker to judge.
And let me. Oh, yeah. And nowadays, it's even worse. But let me tell you, dudes, it wasn't like I was being quiet. Like, we'd have about 3 of us walking up and down the street singing songs. If it was Friday night, forget it, dude.
Heck
We're
yes.
loud as shit, man.
And
It was stupid.
You have to give mothers today, and I'm going to use the term tough mother. And that's not a term about whooping a kid or whatever. It's about, you know, you're doing the right thing. You know, you're preparing your child for life ahead.
When they love and hate you simultaneously.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Every eye roll is a credit in your favor. It's a gold star.
Your mom is your mentor. Your mom is your monster. Your mom is
Judge,
a
jury, and
memory.
executioner.
Right, exactly. Your mom
Right.
is a lot more, and I hate to say it, being a father, because it does take away a little bit from it. We are always considered this fear tower.
Oh, we're the hammer.
Right, exactly.
Same thing with my daughter.
If there's something that needs to get done, it comes down, the father's going to slam it down. The mother is everything else that the hammer cannot achieve, man. It's everything. She's the fucking handle to the hammer.
And
She's the goddamn force to the hammer. She is the resistance for the hammer. She is everything around that hammer.
She's that peacekeeper.
Exactly.
And mothers today have it
Wait,
harder.
do we just call our mothers Thor?
Why
no,
not?
we're Thor.
We're Thor.
They're Jane. They're the
Yeah.
surrounding elements that make the hammer the hammer.
Ah, okay.
Mothers today have it
If you want to get
hard.
all Sigmund. Sigmund Freud on you.
I just had it.
If
I
you
heard it
yell,
rolled
if
with
you
it.
yell at your child, you're wrong.
was
If you
deep.
discipline your child, you're wrong. If you let your child walk to the corner, you're wrong. There was a story, I think we brought it up on one of the You Know What's Fucked Up episodes, is that the mother who let her kid play across the street and wasn't out there on the porch eagle-eyeing that kid, and she got arrested. Why? Because the kid's playing with their friends,
Mm-hmm.
and they were not within 100 feet of you. That's just wussification. That's garbage. That's bullshit.
That is bullshit. That is.
Let's say
absolute
goodbye to
bullshit.
Dino.
Yeah, man. It's nice talking with you guys.
No,
Take
it's
it
great
easy.
having you.
Thanks for dropping by the house.
Maybe next time you're better prepared. Thanks for the heads up about this kind of environment.
It's
And,
fun.
Yeah, it is definitely fun, but I gotta go. So see you
All right,
later.
man. Props to you, and give my best to all the mothers in your life, or the motherfuckers. I don't even.
know how to take that. That was kind of
Just say Happy Mother's Day and move on.
Word to your mothers.
Happy Mammy Day.
And leave your wallet,
No,
or leave that too. I don't give a shit.
take that with me. That's his wallet.
Oh well,
That
leave
one's
that one
mine.
too. That's got nothing in it.
No.
But
Not right now.
Thanks for the beers, bro.
you're welcome, man. Thanks for coming. One of the issues I have is society makes it tough for mothers today. You have to, if the mother has an off night, and we all have it, every parent, father, mother, doesn't matter. We all have an off night. It's Sloppy Joe night. Okay, great. Sloppy Joe has meat and tomato sauce, which is technically
It
a
has
fruit.
it has everything that you need to survive.
The only thing it
as
doesn't
a-
have is milk. So you have 3 of the 4 food groups, but it's like,
Yeah, if you throw cheese on there,
oh, there you go.
there.
Now you have dairy. They served her child Sloppy Joes. What kind of mother? They should
Yeah,
have had
they-
greens and rice and
They
pork
sh-
and
they serve sloppy joes at school still. Okay, so I don't want to. You know, And it is. It's exactly that. Social media has found a way to nitpick and pull apart every little thing that somebody has a part of doing. And unfortunately, in every single state, the mother is the first thing you go to. But at the same time, there are some strong ass mothers that are
without
more than
question.
happy to take that freaking reign and more than happy to show people on, social media that they're busting their kids' chops, that they're doing extreme things. That one mom that sit there and found that her daughter was having sex on the side or whatever, took her fucking phone away, locked her up, and blah blah blah, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's too extreme. That's too extreme." Is it though?
No.
What if this? What Okay, she was being safe. They did definitely prove that.
Oh, it doesn't
but
matter.
exactly. But let's say she wasn't, and now this mother knows that there's gonna be a baby out there that nobody can take care of except for maybe her, and she's gonna have to go back to stage one and do this all over again, where she was just getting towards the end of that stretch.
She
and
saw
saw
the finish line, and now they added 14 extra miles to the race.
Exactly.
Oh,
and that's a smart ass fucking mother. That's a mother who's seeing into the fucking future. And you know what? Yes, you can say that it was harsh. You can say that whatever punishment she decided to dish out was that.
Oh, absolutely. You'll never get me to argue on that, especially if a girl at 14, 15 is out doing something like that. Yeah, you need to throw the hammer down. And for anyone who says, "Oh, you're too harsh, you're too this, you're that," and I always counter with, "What if it was your kid?"
Right, exactly.
Well, my kid wouldn't. I'm like, "You're sure of that?"
Yeah, I would hope.
You'd put a paycheck down on that your kid wouldn't do something stupid like that.
I hope so.
I look forward to it.
I hope you're fucking right.
Yeah,
I really do. I really do.
I do. I pray the best for you. I hope your kid is not that kid. But when your kid screws up, who's going to be the first on your doorstep to go, "Ha, told you, motherfucker"? Me.
I hope to God you're right. I really do.
For the child's sake, I hope you're right. But for your sake, I hope you fuck up, and I hope I get your money.
Exactly.
Wow. Mother's Day. Mothers and Mother's Day and the whole subject. Mothers get, sometimes they get tremendous amounts of credit that they deserve. I'm not saying any of it's not deserved, but sometimes things fall through the cracks that they don't exactly get credit for.
Right. Right.
We were brought up in a world where the father went out and made the bulk of the money. Mother may have worked during the day while the kids were at school, came home, got the kids off the bus, yada, yada. So you're right, mother and father. Who drove you to most of your sporting practices? Mom, exactly.
Yeah.
Who was there sitting cheering you on through most of your sporting experience?
Mostly, it was usually mom.
Yep.
Always.
Did you ever do Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts as a kid?
No. It was mostly we did football and baseball.
Okay, I had different other venues and avenues that I went as a kid, and it was always mom.
Mm-hmm.
It was
always
mom.
No, absolutely. I can't.
My dad didn't get involved. He was a coach for a while. He was president of our little league for a while, and props to him. But it was always mom.
Not to take away from moms, and especially because you just also went through it yourself. Unfortunately, for those of you that don't know, I don't know how you don't know because it's been we've talked about it on the show a bazillion times. Jabroni's coached for the Norwich Girls League, and recently he ended up retiring. And like I said, for a monster that I think a lot of coaches go through, and that's what we like to call sideline coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And moms, and your dad, especially being a president, you know what I'm saying? Behind lines, you don't know what's going on. You have no clue what's going on.
I don't recall, and again, my age may belie the situation. I don't recall my dad getting a lot of phone calls from angry parents in our day. And this is, I think I played Little League from 1981 to 1986, and then I aged out and started doing other things. I don't recall there being a lot of angry parents who would literally scream from the bleachers, "Why isn't my kid pitching? My kid's the star. My kid's the best. My kid is this." It was the coach's job to
acknowledge,
assess the talent, and
acknowledge
put
the talent, yes,
the best team you can out on the field. Now, we would also have practices, and we had a team of 14. I think there was a few times where we had everybody, but we were never short more than one. So there was always something. There was always almost a full team. Nowadays, we're lucky if we get 7 out of 14.
Right.
I cannot build a ball player with half a team. And a lot of that comes down to the parents. Well, you signed your kid up for softball, gymnastics, Girl Scouts, Little Bakers Club, and they got like 5 things they're doing. They're not maybe they're doing 2 of them because they like them. The other 3 is because you pushed them into it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect me with 2 hours of practice and 2 hours of game time to get everything I need to teach in. And if they're not there, they're missing those 2 hours.
You know, it's funny because I've had mothers and fathers both be proactive and anti-active.
It's the reactive ones that are a bitch.
The best one, the one thing I've always said to them is it doesn't stop here. After this weekend, go out, throw the fucking ball with your kids.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Run some drills. You see, if you've ever been to any one of my practices.
Oh, that's a problem for these people now because I can't make them do 2 laps because you're making my daughter run so much. I can't have them do my coach, Coach Mignol.
It's called conditioning.
I get exactly. I had a coach that would do these offbeat drills to promote hustle, to promote listening, to promote understanding, and I've done a couple of them. Yes, we've done the usual situational drills. You get to this point where the mothers, and in a couple cases the fathers, it's an equal plane, are complaining. Why is he running this drill? Why is he teaching sliding? Well, let me tell you, jackass, if they try to go to home plate on a play and don't slide, the umpire's going to call them out. That's a rule in Little League softball. That's why I need to teach them to slide.
They can get hurt.
Exactly.
If
and that's
they're
happened.
Right, exactly.
And it's happened.
If they're not sliding.
And it happened in front of some of these same
that
parents.
ball can hit them in the back of the head, and regardless if they're wearing a fucking helmet or not.
Or you can have that face-to-face collision like you see in Major League Sports. But, guys, let's remember something. These are 9 and 10-year-old kids. None of these kids are Derek Jeter. None of these kids are Dustin Pedroia. And none of these kids are Barry fucking Bonds. We're lucky to get a ball hit in the outfield. So your kid's not a slugger, like you like to tell me, mothers and fathers. Your kid is not a lights-out Nolan Ryan pitcher.
Your kid is when you pitch your meatballs. Absolutely. In the backyard and your fence is only 30 yards out. Yeah.
They're the best.
Yeah. Come on, stop.
The first time I see it on a field, I might run naked across it and get arrested. Regardless of that, the parents need to understand, and I'm going to give a lot of these mothers the credit. They drag their kids out. They bring them to the practices. They sit in the cold with us.
Oh, yeah.
If you're proactive, that's great. Remember, as a mother, that's where I don't want to say your life ends, but your life is no longer just about you.
Right.
Your life is about that child. And to take away from these kids' enjoyment by jaw-jacking, by talking bad in the stands, they can hear you. You know how many times I've had a kid come up and say, my dad's really embarrassing me. I can hear him talking smack. My mom is really bothering me because I can hear her picking on my teammate. Why are you picking on a 9-year-old kid? Are you that fucking insecure?
Obviously.
And that's why I walked away. But there is a new development. I'm not going to say anything. I had a meeting with the league president Thursday night before Cinco de Mayo, which you were not at, jerk. And
yeah, okay.
I know you were doing the job. I get it. There's a new development in that, and I'm going to wait to comment on it. What I'm saying is, parents, you need to remember that the softball league or the little league or the football league or the soccer league has dick to do with you. It has to do with the children. And let's give those team moms tremendous amounts of credit. The ones that constantly show up, they'll constantly ask, what can I do to help? That's a good mom. And I see a lot of good moms out in those stands, and some of them are coaches too, that are pushing to make the kids better. We're not just teaching baseball lessons, we're teaching life lessons. If you can't work together with 10 other girls on a softball field, you're going to have a problem working with 2 other people when you get a job. That's my job to teach that.
Exactly.
And I don't come to your house and tell your kid how to clean their room. Don't tell me how to coach your damn child, or we're going to have a problem.
I definitely agree with that.
Mothers rule.
Mothers freaking rock, man. But, I mean, in closing this whole thing, if you believe in individualism, if you believe that you need to have your kid and you have 110% complete control, join a martial art.
Sure, it's a singular sport.
It is a singular sport. Yes, sure, you go in as a team and you win as a team and all that, but it is individual effort that allows you to win some of these. So
Go down to Team Tugman. Have your kid wrestle. It's what they earn on the mat is one person, but the more kids on the team that win, the team wins.
Exactly.
You have to teach them to work together with other people because I have yet to see someone with an individualistic attitude go far in life. Because if it's all about you, guess what? You're going to learn life is the toughest lesson of all. And if you walk out into life and take anything your mom ever tried to teach you or your dad or anybody else, but we're going to focus on moms. Moms always tell you, you got to get along with your brother. You got to get along with your sister. You got to learn to work together. You got to do this. They're not saying it to piss you off. They're telling you because they're preparing you for life. And any kid who pushes this out of their mind and says, I don't need to do that. Ugh, I'm me. You know what? You're setting yourself up for failure. Your mom is the hardest working woman in the world. Not only at her own job that brings home money, but then she has to come home and do another full-time job. Mothers don't get enough credit in this world. And in our day, there were mothers that went out, did a job, and then came home and kept the house and fed the children and did the laundry and did all this stuff, while the men folk went out and did one job, brought in the money, albeit the bills are paid, and then plopped their fat ass on the couch with a Coors Light and watched the baseball game. Well, your job doesn't. If you have children, your job doesn't end when you get home. And mothers pick up a lot of that slack. And I'm gonna move my headphones. I'm gonna tip my hat right here to every mother on earth, whether you're doing a great job or not. You do have a tough job, and I think a lot of times you go underappreciated.
I agree, and that's why we're celebrating this entire episode. Two Moms. We're dedicating it to not only our moms, but every mother out there that's ever, had the pleasure of being a mom.
Amen.
But
and it is a pleasure.
But these women in particular,
oh dear,
failed at being moms.
When you do stuff like this, I get oddly excited. You always bring good stuff to the table.
I'm just picking a few people.
Always
here.
bring good stuff to the table.
So here you go. This is because I'm a Smith. And people,
I heard that before.
Yeah, I am. Even though I'm Portuguese and my mom's,
I've heard that before too.
Right. It's obviously Smith isn't my mom's maiden name.
No.
So, however, this is a Susan Smith, right?
Oh, I remember her.
Yeah, remember she rolled her car into South Carolina Lake with her kids inside. She wanted the authorities. She went and told the authorities a black man kidnapped her children. Investigators found several holes in her story. Failed to find the photography question. Concerned whereabouts for her children 7 times. Eventually, they found a 1990 Mazda Porsche located in Dr. G. Long Lake. Smith was found guilty and is now serving 30 to life.
If she ever gets out, the justice system's
listen, first
fucked.
of all, exactly. 30 to life with four of her fucking kids in the car. 30.
Was it 4 or 2? Susan Smith, I think, was 2. Andrea Yates was 4.
Okay, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it is 2. Okay, so even 2. That's 15 years a kid.
It seems light. But you got to remember, this story played out on a national level.
Right.
If she ever gets parole, I have to believe the parole board would be high. You've killed, I think, if I remember correctly, it was a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. Was that the age of her kids?
Yes. Yeah.
So
this is the 4 one. This
willful and malicious murder of a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. If you ever see the light of day on the outside again, the world is fucked.
Exactly. Susan Eubanks.
Oh.
This is the 4 one. Shot and killed her 4 sons in a drunken rage set off by a domestic squabble with her boyfriend. Not even with her husband, it was with her boyfriend. She claims to have blacked out during the incident, saying her anger derived constantly from being left by the man in her life. The children were from multiple fathers. I mean,
oh no!
Whoa! It's shocking. I know. You couldn't keep a man in your life, huh? This is the most normal killing on the list, by the way.
Oh, wow. Most normal?
Just the way it was,
right.
The way it was done,
Oh, yeah.
Shooting.
He didn't go. She didn't go Benoit on her kid. I'll tell you
that. You got to do it every single time.
Every time I get a chance.
All right, so this could be your mom, Dana Schlossler. From
just
Plano,
her picture and her name
from Plano, Texas.
Okay.
Amid a religious frenzy, she amputated her 11-month-old arm in a sacrifice to God.
What?
Well, that's what God wants.
Dude, I'm semi-religious. I won't say pseudo. I'm semi-religious. I've read the Bible. Where does it say cut off your fucking kid's arm in a sacrifice to God? God, I love you so much. I'm going to chop my kid's arm off.
Here we go. Fun fact, she would later bunk with number 4, which was on the list. You'll hear it later. Andrea Yates, in the psychic ward. Right. They must have had a good talk at night. Hairs, nails, boys, guiding light, murdering babies.
Right?
She was actually released to an outpatient program in 2008 on nonviolent terms and then ordered back to North Texas State Hospital 2010 when firemen found her walking streets aimlessly at 2 a.m.
Looking for other kids to chop up?
Maybe. She's just confused. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck me running.
So, how about Rosemary? Rosemary Friddle.
Rosemary Friddle.
Look at
Oh!
Sweet old lady, right?
Yeah, sweet old lady, my ass.
She's nice, right? She's pretty
She's
sweet.
on this list. She looks like a nice sweet lady. She looks like the lady at the bakery.
She didn't kill no one.
Okay.
She just stood aside as her husband turned their daughter into a sex slave for an underground sex dungeon for 24 years.
Oh, my
That's
Lord.
right, people. 24 years. She allowed her daughter to be a sex slave in their basement.
So that either started when the child was wicked young or the child was a teen and then into her 30s and almost 40s she was doing this.
She says during this thing, obviously, they threw holes into her thing.
Oh,
she
of
was
course.
sentenced for 24 plus. She was unaware what was going on in the basement.
Bullshit.
What do you think?
Bullshit.
He's down here painting miniatures.
Bullshit. Yeah.
He's
He's got his buddies over playing D&D. He's watching WrestleMania. No, there's a problem. Don't go in the basement, honey. Okay. No, wrong.
No, we're just watching porn, sweetheart.
Here it comes. First time. Horse shit.
So, here's that Yates chick we were talking
Andrea
about.
Yates. Charles Manson of mothers.
This could be your ma. She drowned her 5 kids in a bathtub, one by one. Come on, you guys.
One at a time.
You remember
one at a time
this.
while the others watched.
You remember this because I remember reading this the first time ever, and I put my phone down, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And then you go back and you think to yourself again, no. How?
The defense, if I remember correctly, said she was mentally imbalanced. She had certain psychological disorders that promulgated this problem. But at the same time, you gave birth to the first one. If you didn't think you were fit, why'd you have 4 fucking more?
By the way,
the beginning
she
of
blamed it on a black man.
Well, so did Susan Smith.
That's what I'm saying. So, yeah.
Stop blaming the black folk. I don't know too many unruly black folk. I know a wonderful group of black people, but don't stop. If you're going to commit a crime, either kill yourself or stand up to it. Don't go blaming somebody else, especially in these day and ages where we're almost back to the 60s with racial unrest. Don't blame a black man. Come on.
Blame the black woman. Number 3, Miss China Arnold.
Okay.
Okay. Remember how we said that was the most normal killing?
Yep.
This might be the most abnormal killing.
I'm looking forward to
Okay.
this.
She microwaved her
Oh!
baby.
Oh!
She told the jury
Oh, my God.
she thought it was a burrito.
Okay. Bullshit filter off. When my daughter was born and they taught me how to do that swaddling gimmick bullshit, I always called it the baby burrito. As my daughter grew, she liked to be wrapped up in that blanket, all sorts of tight.
yeah.
I called it the Emma burrito. At no point did I ever mistake a human fucking being for I don't care how drunk I am, and I've been pretty fucking well drunk. I've never mistaken There's only one place in the world that I know of Where was this girl from? Does it say?
No, it's just
Because unless she's from Indiana, where at La Bamba Burritos they make the 5-pound burrito. Yeah, that makes sense looking at the picture. Good job, China Arnold. Hope you're listening. Not really.
I gotta say one thing. I just hope you die in jail. I'm sorry. Call me an asshole, but I do. I hope you die in jail. I do.
What the?
So, number 2 that they had on this list was Odie Sanchez.
Mhm.
She claimed that Satan ordered her to kill her newborn.
Well, if somebody's going to order you to do it.
Not only that, and eat its brains.
Whoa! No.
Yeah, so
There's something deper.
yeah, that could be your mom.
Oh my God.
That could be your mom. And here is
Are you guys thankful yet?
This was the best one on the of the list that
Of the list.
There's like 20 of them, and I think there was like 7 of them that I picked. This is the worst mom, hands down. There is none other than Mary Beth Tinning.
Oh, I don't think I know who she is.
Sweet Mary Beth was a child serial killer of her own children.
How many?
How many did you ask?
Yes.
8
Ah!
of her own and 1 adopted.
Oh my God.
From 1972 to 1985, she smothered and killed 9 children. Each time she would smother her children, she would rush them to the hospital and claim they just stopped breathing all of a sudden. Doctors couldn't find any real evidence of foul play, so they attributed fatalities to sudden infant death syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Conveniently for Mary Beth, SIDS is the vaguest name for any ailment ever.
Pretty much.
The child dying in an unexplained manner must be attributed to SIDS, blah, 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 New York. Every time she'd rush a dead baby to the hospital, they claim ignorance. Every time she happened to be alone. That has to be the worst police detective work ever from the 20th century.
I'm wondering if this wasn't like the Keystone Cops investigating this case.
This was blah blah. It wasn't until 18. Yeah, it's got to be 19. Is it 18? Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
From 19. I'm sorry. From 1990. Yeah, it wasn't 18. Oh, it wasn't 1897. Blah blah. There goes poor Mary Beth. That's her 9th baby. What terrible luck. Blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
It wasn't until the 9th one in the final, was it 85, that they ended up figuring out what was going on, attributed by what people said. She ended up committing suicide before she ever went to trial.
Good. Fuck her.
And that could have been,
It could have been your mom.
Your mom. Your mom right there could have been.
I may have
any of those
Right.
women that we put on that little list that I found.
Any one of us at any time may have issues with our mom, big or small. Be glad that these ladies aren't your mom, because let's be honest, you could be dead and not listening to us, or not breathing at all.
You could be fucking microwaved.
Oh, that just I can't fathom.
I want to slap her in the face.
I want to punch her in her fart box.
Fart box, huh?
Fart box. And if you don't know where the fart box is, find somebody and punch him in the damn fart box.
Really? I would hope you know where.
Or, you know what? Here's another word for it. Front butt. Punch him in the front butt.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, my God.
Ah, boys.
I cannot believe that list.
Well, like I said, that was I was playing with the top 10 list on that one, but I was like, no, I don't want to do a terrible mother top 10 list. But I had to give some of these ladies honorable mentions, because sometimes you can sit out there and, it's funny because I'll see there's different types of posts for moms.
Mm-hmm.
There's I miss my mom because she's in heaven posts,
Yeah.
right? And we're talking social media.
Yep.
There's I love my mom so much, she's still in my life and a great part of my life posts. There's I respect my mom, and
That's where I'm gonna leave it. Yeah.
Exactly. that's where we are, and you'll always be my mom, and I'll always be there to help you. And then there's just the standard, my mom can go to hell and rot and blah 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 blah. For whatever reasons you may have to write, such things on social media about your mother. Remember this. Nobody will ever go through more pain than she did
For
bringing you into this world.
Yep.
Number one. And unless she threw you into a fucking microwave and tried to microwave you like a burrito.
Thought you were a burrito.
You survived.
Mm-hmm.
And you're thriving because you have internet, because you're fucking posting on social media.
Right.
So,
regardless of if they pay for it or not.
Right, exactly.
You've lived long enough to be able to navigate the internet.
Right, exactly.
You know what I want to do? Let me see if I can make this happen. Told my mom yesterday I was going to call her. And what better way to do it than right now? And if we get her, great. And if we don't, you and I are going to leave her a message. This is going to be fun. I just want her to know, no matter what happens, like you said, you're always my mom. I'm always going to care.
And like I said, man, there's going to be a lot of posts tomorrow, guys. Guess what? It's Mother's Day.
Yep.
There's going to be, posts going on for every other thing.
See if we can get her on the line. Oh, it's ringing. If we don't get her, guys, you can hear the message. I don't give a shit. It's going to be fun. Totally blindsiding her. All the way in Ocala, Florida, which is far away from Norwich, Connecticut.
Yeah, it's probably like fucking 86 degrees.
Oh, it's probably beautiful down there. She's probably enjoying her day.
Your call has been forwarded.
It's been forwarded, so let's leave her a message.
System. 352.
Wait. Yeah, we don't want to hear the number.
Got it.
Okay. You can bring it back.
Not available. At the tone, please record your message.
Good catch.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Mom, it's Chris, and I'm here with Mike. We're recording today's episode, and just for the love of everybody out there, I wanted to personally wish you a happy Mother's Day a day early. I know I said I'd call you later, but I just kind of wanted to do this live and in charge right here on iTunes, Podomatic, Yarn FM, and Podcast Addict. I love you. You've been a fantastic influence in my life. Doesn't matter where we've been or what we've done or how angry we are at each other. I just want you to know that you're still my mom. I still love you, and I still got mad respect for you. So maybe I'll get to talk to you tomorrow. But if I don't, everybody now in podcast land knows that I'm wishing you a happy Mother's Day, and I love you to death. So on that note, I'll talk to you later. Bye. And there it goes right there.
Aw.
I can be nice. Don't let... Am I ringing again?
No.
Oh, you're ringing. Oh, this is okay.
Let's see if she picks up.
Okay. I hope she does.
She just had foot surgery.
Oh, poor lady.
Mm-hmm.
She get a new foot?
No, they did the tendons and stuff like that.
Your
Oh.
call has been forwarded.
See?
Gee.
Voice message system.
God, Ma, you're not even around.
Does it say her number too?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Because I'm going to bust her butt, too.
Yeah.
No, 'cause she...
At the tone, please
You always
record
tell me
your
to call
message.
you. You don't answer the
When you have
phone.
finished recording,
It's a
you may
mother
hang
thing.
up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Mama, what's going on? You're on our podcast right now. I just wanted to say Happy Mother's Day early to you. I love you very much. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing this podcast right now if you didn't take as well care of us as you did, because we did a terrible mother's list earlier. And trust me, you did an awesome job, Ma. But I love you. I hope your foot's getting better, and we will talk to you really soon. Bye.
You know, I got to say this because I just made a joke about it. Mothers are always saying, you don't call me enough. You don't do this. You don't do that. And we call them, and what happens? We go straight to fucking voicemail.
Both of them. What are you guys doing? Partying?
They're
My
probably
mom must have
taking-
went down to Florida.
She must be. They're out antiquing together regardless. Before we get into anything else, I want to say one more time to go visit our fantastic sponsors at Sublime Inc. They are located at 577 Route 12 in Groton, Connecticut. The number is 860-445-4200. Go down with some scratch in your pocket, with some itch for ink, and ask for my man, Falcon Dave Kovalik. Ask for the Batgirl herself, Dana Batts.
I'm Batman.
Ask for the not-so-furry Justin Fur.
He's not
Or
furry.
if you're feeling really sick and you want something twisted, go see
Dave the Nightmare, but really actually gentle on your back and skin. Kruger.
Tell them the Loki and Jabroni show sent you. Maybe you get a discount. Don't stop negotiating that butt rub, kids.
Exactly. You don't know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen.
Never know. I can
Never
say
know
I
what's
can
gonna
say
happen.
honestly that Falcon Dave has never given me a butt rub, but he has touched my shoulder, and I was oddly turned on. It's strange.
As long as you got a butt rub out of the deal.
I got
mean,
a
hey-
shoulder rub, and I'll take that. It says right on Dave's wall, no butt rubs, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, so I have to ask you, are you ready?
I am ready.
So, with that in mind, tell me I'm not going to hear anything about serial killers on this list. Please?
No serial killers. No serial killers.
Okay.
So it's actually funny because back in back when 70s Show first came out, you know, one of the biggest characters obviously is Red.
Yep.
Red Foreman.
I love that guy. He tells
And
it like it
it's
is.
even, and even like him more.
Dumbass.
Now if you want specifically that line. So what this is top 10 things not to buy your mother for Mother's Day with help from Red.
Ooh, this is going to be good.
Number 10, a picture of your 40-year-old ass. She sees you every day coming up from the basement. Dumbass. Anything to cook with. Number 9. She's cooked your entire life. Dumbass. A Dunkin' Donuts gift card.
Wait a minute, that's a
Number
good
8.
idea. Why?
She wants bar money. Dumbass.
Oh.
What the fuck?
You know what? That one deserves that. I didn't think of it that way. I did not see it that way.
See, you got to look. Number 7, flowers.
Okay, why?
She's got a garden outside.
There's flower
Dumbass.
sales going on all over the place right now.
Gift card to a restaurant. Number 6.
Okay, I see that as a bad gift.
You're not gonna go with her anyways. Dumbass.
All right.
French fried potatoes.
French fried taters. Number 5. Nope. What is number 5?
Okay. Need help counting?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
5. That sweater that you picked out. Your taste sucks. Dumbass.
Maybe I should just have the dumbass button.
That's what you should have.
I'm getting it now.
Number 4.
Let's get the big ones.
Roadside assistance car pack.
That's a good thing for a mom.
She's got a fucking cell phone. You better show up when she calls. Dumbass. There you go. Number 3.
Mm-hmm.
A subscription to Cake Monthly.
Why wouldn't you want to give your mom tasty cakes 12 months out of the year?
Because it's like cheating on her. Dumbass. Some other mother made that. Come on. Number 2. Days of Our Lives DVD collection.
Stop. I'm calling bullshit. I would, even for Father's Day, I used to love that show when I was hooked on that shit. I am not giving you a dumbass button on that. That's awesome.
Really?
Yes.
Dumbass.
Dumbass! Dumbass!
The number 1 thing that you do not want to buy your mom for Mother's Day. A new car!
Why not?
You can't afford a new car, dumbass.
I don't know. There are a lot of moms out there who might.
No, seriously, guys.
A new car.
We all understand that money's tight. Do what we just did. Call your mom.
Yes.
Let her know how much you appreciate her, even if you don't appreciate her.
And even if she doesn't believe it.
Even if you are an asshole and you bash your mom on social media, call her and just thank her for giving you the breath of fucking oxygen of life that you are using right now.
What did you get your mom for Mother's Day? Does your mom listen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't
yes.
you can tell me after.
Yeah. But no.
nuts.
No, I did not. That's
I actually
horrible.
I being semi-employed and money is like ridiculously retardedly tight.
I'm making her a nice dinner.
I had to. Well, I'd
do
love to
dinner.
make my mom a nice dinner, but she lives in East Bumfuck, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I had a choice of actually buying something and sending it, or doing something good. I'm leaning toward a charitable donation in her name to the charity of her choice. To me, I'd rather at 43 and her at 49. I'm lying. I don't want to say her age out loud. She'll kill me. She'll be on that list when it's over.
Yeah, right.
Killed her 43-year-old son because said the name, how old she was on freaking podcast.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
Yeah, and then it would be the Loki show, and nobody wants Eddie to fill in. Nobody. So I'm leaning into making a charitable donation to the charity of her choice, so that somebody who's less fortunate, believe me, you know, my parents aren't rich by any stretch, but they're comfortable. They do their obviously they live in Florida. They're retired, so yeah, they're already there. If we can do good for somebody else, it's kind of a motherly thing to do. The mother has given of herself for years and years and years, and basically taking nothing in return. So now why not do the same thing for somebody else?
Right.
So that was my idea. I don't know that she'll go for it. You'll know next week if I rant about it. Next week I will not be here, for those of you that need to know. I will be calling in probably for 20 to 30 minutes. I'll be at Dover International Speedway for the AAA 400 Race for Autism. We got pit passes, so I'm going to try to get crew members, drivers. I'll record the videos. I'll send them to you. If we can put them on the YouTube page, that'd be great. Anybody I can get to even talk to us is going to be great. I might talk to a couple fans. I know I tried to do that last time, and people weren't quite sure how to react to it. We're going to try it again. The worst thing I can hear is no.
Right, exactly. Fuck it, man.
So let's get some of these
try to
party
get you
people.
something portable to go with you, too, by the end of the
I
week.
got this little gimmick in my hand. I got a portable charger, so if I run out, I just charge that sumbitch right back up again. We're going to try to get some people to talk about not only AAA 400, but
I'd like
maybe
to
we
see
can
if I
get
can
some.
get that little fucking microphone, the plug-in microphone.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
that lapel mic.
No, it's the one that actually goes into your phone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you plug it into the phone, and it's a 360 surround.
Well, I leave
mic.
on Friday, so
Well, I know, that's what I'm saying. I have to go look.
yeah, time's a bitch.
Gotta go find them.
But if I can say one thing, no matter what happens, no matter what disagreements, your mom's your mom. Your mom loves you unconditionally. I'd like to believe that. I love my mom to death, and happy Mother's Day to every mom, single, married, retired, retarded, or whatever. Happy Mother's Day. You do a thankless job, and you should probably get more than one day a year to celebrate you. But the fact that everybody tomorrow is going to be making phone calls and passing gifts and making dinner and whatnot, enjoy it. Enjoy that one day. And I say it about Father's Day selfishly because, we are fathers. That's the one day a year I want it to be all about me. That and my birthday.
yeah.
So why shouldn't I honestly think there should be 2 Mother's Days. 6 months apart. Make it happen.
I'll go with that.
Come on, President Dipshit. Make it happen.
I'll go with that. Since you can't consider mom a paying job.
No? She
why
might as
not?
well get 2
Yeah,
days.
exactly. And make sure they get the fucking days off too. That would
Yeah.
that would be helpful.
I worked more than my fair share of Father's Days, you zealot motherfucker.
Assholes.
Yeah. Well, regardless.
We're not going into that. No, we did enough government last week.
Yes, we
Thank you
did.
very much. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So make sure you are around next week where our boy Jabroni, who's going to be live in the pits and calling in, and I will have a mystery guest. You guys will have to tune in and find out who that is.
The last time scared me until I heard who it was, then I was kind of okay with it. All I'm saying is because I'm at NASCAR, anybody but Eddie. I don't want to hear, are they turning left again? Are they turning left again? I will reach through the phone and choke his ass.
I think with the NASCAR thing, I kind of keep with that Southern
Yeah,
flavor.
good.
So.
I got a guy in mind. I'm hoping you're thinking the same thing.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
All right, guys. As always, I am Loki.
I'm Jabroni.
We want to make sure that you guys celebrate, like we said, Mother's Day tomorrow. Enjoy the day. Enjoy this crappy ass weather that's going on right now.
Winter Junior.
Yeah.
Here's my theory. We had winter. We had a week worth of spring. We had that fantastic weather
fucking
last week,
summer. Are
right?
you kidding
It was
me?
beautiful. Now we have this week, Winter Junior. Next week, summer starts.
That's what I heard.
Spring was 1 week long.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So
See, Mike Riccardi screwed it up for everybody when he said, I hope the weather's going to break, man. It's going to be good. We had 1 week. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
thanks, buddy.
Jackass.
All over that one, huh?
Still a friend. Guys, if you have a mom and she's around, hug her. If you have a mom and she lives far away like mine, call her. If you have a mom and she passed on, go honor her in some way. But whatever you do, appreciate the woman in front of you. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely. Guys, have a safe and happy weekend. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, indeed.